I love reading books, man. I just started this one. If you mastered this book, it's gonna be a top G. But the thing is, most people just read for entertainment and they don't actually know how to master the book. If you're one of these Jeffries who just read for the sake of reading and you're like, I completed one book a week. And I used to be like this, bro. I completed one book this month and that was my goal. Okay, now goal setting like that, it's good, it's okay. But bro, just reading a book for the sake of reading a book is the wrong approach. You need to read what you need in the moment specifically, and you need to make sure that you apply it, all right? Because you have all these books, all this information. You think your brain's gonna keep all of it? No, definitely not. And if it's not gonna keep it, then when you're in a situation that the book exemplifies how to act in, you're not gonna remember unless you actually act it out first. So here's how you should go about this, because many self-improvement YouTubers, they preach this, but they don't actually tell you how. They say, well, you read a chapter and then you take action on the chapter. How the fuck should you just... Bro, it's not that simple, because yeah, you might read it once, you might read it twice, and then try to take action, or a whole book and implement it. But if you don't know the system and structure behind it, and you don't know how to take notes either, this video will help you with that. Basically, bro, I'm gonna give you an example, all right? This is Tony Robbins, okay? This is a German book. I'm German, and this is German. Now, I'm gonna show you how I take notes in this book so that I can, after having one session of reading, I can instantly walk through life with more knowledge that is applicable, all right? And I have a system for this. I write it down. You can do a piece of paper, or you can do it on your desk. And if you do this, man, imagine if you read this book. Imagine if you read this book. This book is the 48 Laws of Power, all right? It has 48 laws in it that make you a powerful individual and that other powerful individuals use as well. Now, if you just read through it, okay, yeah, you get some more perspicacity, you realize what's going on around you, and you might apply some of it as well, okay? But that's so inefficient. You're using so much time and energy to read this book. Now, you can just read it and then you read it. And then you're like, okay, yeah. 48, bro, it's 48 laws. Bro, it's way too much. It's so much. So what you want to be doing to get the most out of your time, because reading in and of itself isn't productive. It makes you smarter, but being smarter doesn't make you richer. So you need to actually apply it, all right? This is something I've discovered, because I used to set like, I want to do one book a week. And I would like skim through the book quick, just for the dopamine hit of completing the goal. And that is so stupid. What is the point then? What's the point of all this self-improvement shit if you're just gonna get your dopamine from completing goals? I mean, it's better than video games, but it still, like, you want to be as efficient as possible. And I would have books like these, right? I would want to read all of these in like a month. Bro, what the fuck? You can do that once you like have your systems in place, all right? Then you can maybe read 4 books a month. That's 1 a week. But start with 1 a month. But really just a book that interests you, and you need the information from that book in the moment, all right? That's so important, because then you can do 1 a month, but really study that. For example, we all know this is a great book. We don't need like social proof. There's enough reviews and enough people preaching, okay, this is a must read. This one as well. But reading through this doesn't, I mean, it teaches you about the base principle of Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius's genius. But at the end of the day, bro, you need to read that 3 times to actually do something with it, I think. That's basically all I'm trying to say here. You read 1 book a month, but you actually study the fuck out of that book, or even every 2 months, 1 book, then you have a much better system in place than reading 4 books a month, but just skimming over them, and not really what you need at the moment anyway. Like, you could read all the books about deep work you want, but if you already know how to do deep work, then you don't need to read that book. You understand? Here's how you do this. You take your book. Let's say this is a long ass book, but let's say I want to finish this book in 2 months. Now I would be doing it, because right now I'm doing a lot of social interacting, a lot of selling, and a lot of just putting myself in a power position, authoritative position, right? So right now this book is actually welcomed, so I'm going to start reading it soon. So let's say we're at law 1, yeah? I want to read through the chapter, let's say just the chapter. And each book has its differences in how it's structured, but this is the easiest. If you have this chapter build-up, then you just want to read through the chapter, one chapter at a time, and then do the tactic I'm going to show you. If you don't have this chapter build-up, you're just going to read for 30 minutes or 1 hour, however long you want, but I wouldn't go above 1 hour for the start, because then it's going to be too much to track. Do 30 minutes, you set a timer, you start reading. When you read, have markers, 2 of them. One is yellow and one is green. You can use any color you want. The yellow is for anything you think you can apply in your life, right? Anything you think would be good for your mindset to remember, to know. Okay, that's yellow, that's one color. And then the green is going to be anything you can directly apply immediately. So after you finish 30 minutes of reading, for example, never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please and impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talents, and you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your master appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the height of power. I know tomorrow I have a team call with my salespeople, and they're my master, right? My boss. He's a top G. Now I can put that in green, essentially. Always make the above feel comfortably superior. Then now I can remember that and try to apply it as well. Maybe tell him, God damn, you're really good at this shit, and I learned so much from you. Okay, something like that. Okay, but you do this, you go through. Let's say we finish the first law, which is like 10 pages. That's good. That's easily achievable in 30 minutes. And now what you're gonna be doing with the yellow, bro, you can do it with anything that's good for you to remember. All right. So you're gonna just mark that while reading. What you do, bro? Very simple. You simply go through the book. You check out every note you just made. All right. What you're gonna be doing then? You're gonna go through the book. You're gonna check out every note you made. If it's green or yellow, it doesn't matter. And you have this. You have your book notes. You can just copy the ones I have here. You can also make your own. What did I learn in these 30 minutes of reading? You write down everything you learned. You try to condense it into like a, you try to add up the most important thing you learned, right? Through the one of the law, or 30 minutes. Write it down. How can you apply it? That's the green ones, right? When can you apply it? Why is it important to apply it? Who's already applying it? Who's not applying it? What are the advantages of applying it, not applying it? You can also decide, nah, I don't need this. I don't need to apply this. But if you do want to apply it, then write it here, right? And this is the advantage of applying it. Or, I don't need this. This is the advantage of not applying it. This takes me like 10 minutes extra, but it actually makes me retain everything I read, pretty much. Especially if I'm able to apply it instantly. Which is not going to be always, but if it is, damn, like you're going to really make much faster progress. If you have any questions about this, you can join my Discord in the description and subscribe to my channel if I helped you, bro. I make all things self-improvement, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.